guys, what's up? Welcome back. Happy Tuesday, right? Today I'm doing my monthly favorites and I condensed it to only 2, 4, 6 items because I know usually I kind of have a lot to say about everything, but one of the products, or actually one of my favorites for this month, is the Confidence Code book, and I have a few things to say about this one, which is why I didn't want to include too many products, so I can really talk about this one. First beauty favorite, actually my first 2 beauty favorites are for the body. I have 2 products here that are going to make your skin look so much better. Right now is a season to be wearing a lot of tank tops and shorts and dresses. You want your skin to have a beautiful glow, a beautiful shimmer. This one is from Urban Decay, and this is the Naked Skin Beauty or Body Beauty Balm. Tightening, hydrating, optical blurring body lotion. Now this one has this beautiful glow, and I actually just started using this one and I took it to Washington DC on my past trip this weekend because I did have, you know, my little romper and I was wearing a dress and I was showing a lot of legs for the events. I wanted my legs to look really beautiful and just like shimmery and toned and stuff, and this is the one that I took and I found it to look so amazing on my skin. And I haven't used it on my upper body, but I use it primarily for my legs because that's like, you know, I wear a lot of stuff that I show my legs more than anything up here. And it's really awesome. I'll give you guys a close-up. It's a really easy to blend lotion, and it has like gold tones, so this is definitely more of a bronzy look. This looks so beautiful. It just gives your skin such a beautiful glow. The moment I swatched this, I knew I was taking this to my trip, so I'm obsessed with this, and I love that it comes in this huge container because you get so much product. My next one, it sort of does the same thing, but this is more of an oil rather than a lotion, so as you can see, it's really liquidy, like an oil, and this is a pink tone, so this one looks great on lighter complexions just because it has like a pink pearly finish. The reason I'm obsessed with this, and I only used it on one part of my body. Now, I actually took it to Coachella, and my husband loved it. The way that my skin looked, it just looked so healthy and like, just really healthy. It had a really nice shine, not like super oily, but it definitely has that shine. It's the To The Beach Body Oil from MAC. Now, this is from To The Beach collection, which is kind of old, guys. So if you guys have, like, I'm sure I'll have to look it up online. I don't know if they still have it under a different name. But this one is To The Beach Body Oil in the Seaside. So I'm, like, using the heck out of this thing before it, like, does something bad to my skin. But I'm going to show you guys the before and after. Now, you can see the difference. See, this one has, like, when the light reflects. Sorry, I'm looking at this camera. When the light reflects, it just looks so healthy and shiny and looks wonderful on the skin. I'm so obsessed with this. But, you know, I told you I took it to Coachella. I wore it day 1 and day 2. Day 2 there was a sandstorm, so I had sand all up in my chest. That's like the only downside because the sand like attached to it because it was oily, but this stuff is so amazing. And it has like pink little pearls. It's like this beautiful oil. Like, I'm obsessed with this stuff. Like, look how healthy and shiny this hand looks compared to this one. This is all matte, you know, compared to this super shiny one. It just looks awesome. So I love this stuff. My next favorite is a nighttime cream. So if you're looking for a nighttime lotion or face cream, this is the one that I recommend as far as like drugstores because I've been using this almost every single night. I think I've had it for maybe like a month and a half. And this is by Nuance by Salma Hayek, which can be found, I think, only at CVS. I'm not sure if they carry it at Walgreens or Rite Aid, but I think they do have it, of course, on CVS because that's where I got it. This is the Renewed Radiance Nutrifying Night Cream. Little container like this. It lasted me a whole time, like a long time. And let me take this off. I still have like the plastic thing. Now you can see I am almost out of this stuff because it's so good. For my nighttime skincare routine, I'll link it down below. A lot of you ask me, why do you use so many products for your nighttime skincare routine? I use so many different products because when I wake up in the morning, I can just see the difference in my skin, and the better your skin looks, the better your makeup looks, because when I have bad skin days, my makeup does not look good no matter what it is. If I have dead skin and all that stuff, like, it really, really does matter, guys, if you take really good care of your skin. And you don't have to spend so much money because, as proven, from the drugstore. You can get something from the drugstore and get the same benefits as the high-end product. So I really love the Nuance by Salma Hayek line, and when I went all crazy and I was trying out all the different products, this is like one of my favorites. So if you're gonna try anything, this is definitely one of my favorites. And again, it's the Renewed Radiance Nutrifying Night Cream. So now for my next one is the lip color. You guys know I'm obsessed with the color purple. I love the color purple when it comes to lips. Not really as decor or anything like that, but the color purple on my lips, obsessed with that color. So I love different variations of it, different tones. One of the new ones that I came across is by Too Faced. It's called Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick. Now, the word melted totally had me sold. I was like, melted, you know, it sounds really good. And I really love the container itself. I'll have to give you guys swatches on my blog of all the lip colors. But this one is called Melted Violet. Now, I have to make a correction because I actually think I wrote Violet Orchid or something like that, or Purple Orchid on my Instagram page when I wore this. I thought it was that color, but it's actually Melted Violet, which is this one here. It is such a beautiful color, and seriously, I'm obsessed with this. It comes with a little sponge tip applicator like this, really easy to apply, and they really do last all day long. Now, the next one, I wanted to include something that's drinkable or eatable. This is drinkable. This is the tea that I have been obsessing over, and my husband loves this stuff as well, and he's really not a tea guy at all. He's like, wow, this stuff really tastes really good. I'm like the biggest tea girl. I always love going to the tea section at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or whatever store I end up in, you know. I love the tea section because I just feel like, wow, teas are so good for you, especially the ones without caffeine, and I love testing out so many different teas. There's been a lot of fails because I'm pretty picky. So when I discovered this one, first of all, I love chai. It's amazing. It's like my guilty pleasure at the end of the night. It's not really a guilty pleasure, guys, but you know, it's just so delicious. So I came across this one. I think I got this at Trader Joe's. I've had this one for a while, but just recently did I really start drinking it again. This is the Sina's Gypsy Tea, and it's a coconut chai. Coconut chai, guys. Doesn't that sound amazing? This is green tea, and they smell so amazing. This tea line is also all about like aromatherapy and stuff. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. You get like small little tea bags like this, and I love the tea bags that have like little flowers and stuff inside. Not like these. These are really typical and like boring, but I'm such a big tea girl. It's like, I don't know, I just love it, you know? So I really recommend this one, guys. If you guys love chai, try this green tea coconut chai. It's so delicious. Let's see what it says. The art of aromatherapy. Ginger aids digestion and cinnamon heightens contentment. I can see that. It just smells so good. It just like puts you in a good mood. It really does. So that's my monthly favorite. Now my last favorite, guys, is a book that I am almost done reading. I have about one chapter left, and I got a lot of my reading done at the airport on my way back from DC, which, by the way, DC has become one of my favorite cities. I love LA, and then I would say DC before New York. I'm not really like the biggest New York, like, you know how there's some people who are all about New York City? I love the city, don't get me wrong, I don't hate it, I love it, but that's too much of a fast-paced life for me. I like things that are like LA. You get the fast pace, but not as fast as New York, but you still get nature and all that stuff. I'm like a big nature girl because that's the way that I reconnect with my energy and myself, is being outside in nature and trees and all that. And I cannot do, like, I could not live in New York City. I could only visit. I could not live there, though. So I went to DC over the weekend for some really fun and exciting events. So if you guys want to check out my blog, I have, like, this big picture diary. I took them all with my iPhone 5. And I took so many pictures, and it's pretty much like a recap of my trip to DC, which is amazing. It was my first time. I fell in love with Georgetown. I fell in love with DC. Virginia is just such an amazing place to be. Like, I loved it so much, guys, that I want to go back there as a family vacation, because I only checked out the Smithsonian. I didn't really have a lot of time to check out all of the places that I wanted to see, so I went to the Smithsonian because I wanted to see the Star Spangled Banner and the American flag, and I wanted to see like so many different things because it's so awesome to have something, a piece of history right in front of you that's been like in the Holocaust, that's been in war, that's been back in time, you know, and to have it right in front of you, it's crazy. So I checked that out. But anyways, so that's my little story as to why I got a lot reading done. On the airport, I read about 3 chapters, and the chapters are pretty thick. Now, this is the book that I picked up at Barnes & Noble, again called The Confidence Code by Katty K and Claire Shipman. Now, I was going to start doing a book club, but I wasn't sure if I was going to commit 100% to this book because I always read like 1 or 2 chapters and then I forget about it. But this is the book that kept calling me back, and I was so like, every time I had like 15 free minutes, I would sit down and read, and I usually don't do that because I'd rather be doing some other stuff. But this is definitely a book that I kept picking up to read, and before I went to bed and highlighting, I like underlined so many things and I highlighted so many different things that I felt like were really important, and I can just go back and reread and take notes. And I ended up learning so much. I'm not even kidding, guys. My self-confidence changed drastically from reading this book, and this happened in less than a 2-week period. So I went from still doubting myself, like my self-confidence, guys, I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys, it hasn't always been really strong, and like, you know, I don't know, ever since I can remember, since I was like a little girl, my self-confidence, I've had self-confidence issues and also self-esteem, which are 2 completely different things. But, you know, and that's what I learned. I thought self-confidence and self-esteem were related, like they meant the same thing, but confidence is believing that you can achieve something and having the ability to really trust who you are, and even if you're going to fail, still go out there and not be afraid to do it, which has been something that held me back in the past, and I choose to not let it control me anymore, because it used to control me, and I used to be so afraid of doing something because I didn't believe in myself, and I missed so many opportunities, and I've passed so many great projects and stuff just because I didn't believe in myself. And that sucks, because the only way that you can succeed is by having confidence in yourself that you can achieve it, even if it means that you don't necessarily accomplish it. If you fail, it's even better if you fail because you learn from it. When I got PR and all that stuff, like they always wanted me to walk the red carpet, like here in Hollywood with all of these other celebrities, and I always felt like I didn't believe in myself a few years back, so I always felt like who am I to be walking the red carpet where, you know, Brad Pitt's walking the red carpet. The photographers are going to be like, yeah, who's this girl? We don't want a picture of her, you know what I mean? And that's how I used to think. So I would be so nervous every time I had an event. I would be so anxious. I wanted to get like, I don't know, I was so scared of the red carpet because I felt like I didn't belong there. And that's something that was so wrong of me to think that way, because you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody else is going to believe in you. So, and you're not going to accomplish all the things that you want to accomplish. So this book taught me to really believe in who I am and believe that I can do it. And also, God has so much to do with it, because I was talking to God, like I always talk to God, and I always tell him, you know, if you didn't trust me, you wouldn't be putting me in this position, so I'm going to do my best. And my weekend just went so amazing, and I think everything went even better than I expected, because I truly believed in myself and my abilities, and I just believed in myself. So, you know, that's something that I always heard, but when you go back and you read stuff in here that just really makes sense, and you know, reasons why women don't succeed and why men do. There's also this other little technique in here, or not technique, but there's something called upspeak, which is so like, wow, I caught myself doing the upspeak. It's the habit we know you'll recognize and perhaps even suffer from yourself. Raising the tone of your voice at the end of a sentence in a way that suggests what you are really doing is asking a question, not making a declaration. Read this out loud. We went to the movies and then we got ice cream. Or worse, try this one. I think we should go with the online marketing strategy. Oh, we should be saying it. I think we should go with the online marketing strategy. Upspeak is most common among women in Southern California. Ooh, I live there. It's now Valley Girl gone mainstream. Wow. It's a psychological safety net. It discourages interruptions and it encourages reassurance. So when we're unsure of ourselves, not because we don't know the knowledge, sorry, I was looking at this, but because we are nervous about sticking our necks out, we unconsciously make our comments sound like a question in order to deflect criticism. And I chose to no longer let this be an issue for me, and even if I'm scared, because I was so scared a few times over the weekend, and I did it anyway, and I was like, wow, there was nothing that I should have been afraid of, you know? So I really recommend this book to you guys, and hopefully I find another book. But anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys on my next video. Hopefully it's my fashion video. I know I still have to do my Spanish tutorial, which I promised you guys. I just got really busy and things like are so out of order now. But hopefully next Wednesday I upload my first Spanish tutorial. And yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys soon. And don't forget, you can check out my blog for pictures of my DC event and stuff. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!